Welcome, family, to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbee. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video podcast, and hit the like button. This video podcast is available in three forms: audio, video, and as a written text in order for us to reach our audience. I cite all my sources on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. I provide my Medium transcript on my Facebook page. I encourage my listeners to click on the link to my current Medium transcript so that you can read my sources in real time and respond when we open up the conversation for Q&A. I use this platform to interact with everyone on my friends list and everyone in my social groups by giving Black business owners free airtime to promote their products and services. I give people in the faith community an opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, and ordinary law-abiding citizens an opportunity to share their special talents and skills to my listeners from around the globe. After the show, I offer my guest speakers an incentive by teaching them how to create their own podcast and YouTube channel to help them earn extra revenue during COVID-19. I also assist people on my friends list with creating basic websites, finding college scholarships, grants, housing, and legal services, all for free. I created GRCAM, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement, on November 11th of 1991 on a site called Gopher in order to connect with other like-minded Black people, African people, our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and Brazil who are serious about solving Black issues in America and solving African issues on the continent. I believe this new technology called the internet would help connect us together so that we can do great things on a domestic front and on an international front. After 15 years of being overlooked and rejected by established Black organizations who are funded by the financial elites, I decided to write and publish my story, quote, The Solution for Black America, Claiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America. In the book, I explain what I experienced when I did my street ministry. I wrote the vision and made it plain in my revised book, yet my book is still not on the bestsellers list. I decided to take my story to the next level by turning my revised book into a docudrama entitled Hood Liberator Made in Chicago, The War Against Willie Lynch Begins. This film is based on my revised book. We focus on my childhood experience struggling to beat the odds as I navigate my way out of being illegally taken out of my home and tossed into the foster care system and in a children's group home. My experience as a teenager being returned to the inner city of Chicago and developing survival skills in an urban war zone. My experience doing street ministry and later creating a new Black movement in America for young adults and Black youth. All products of extreme abuse, violence, and drug-infested childhood. The film offers a sensitive and intimate look into my experience with the Illinois foster care system, my determination and inspiration to separate myself from the status quo and desire to find purpose in life. Our second film will take place somewhere in South Africa and is entitled African Liberator, Battle Against Colonized Mindset. This film will deal with how the colonized mindset is based on an internalized attitude of feeling culturally inferior to European culture as a result of colonization. I believe that storytelling is one of the most powerful and effective ways to captivate a better world. It is my objective to generate content and connect the Black community with the global African family and influence social change at the grassroots level. I don't want to just bring awareness with my films, but create real change at the grassroots level. Our objective is to take the lead in solving Black issues in America, starting in Chicago, by strengthening the Black family that want more out of life and for their children, while improving the Black community to give our Black youth the greatest opportunity to thrive. My film project is my last attempt to try to do something positive for my racial group in America. This is what I want to be remembered for, trying to do something rather than just complaining about the issues. I am here to solve them, if given a chance. People who will join our film project will go down in history with me and Sister Renee. The proceeds from the film would put me in a better position financially to hire qualified black middle class professionals who would make sure our business is effective and successful for years to come. The proceeds from the film would also help me to purchase property in Chicago, Africa, the Caribbean, and Brazil. Everything which I have written in my revised book we will carry it out to the fullest. My revised book is the foundation of my Christian business. So far, we have raised $1,000. Our goal is to raise $500,000 so that I can be in a better position financially to hire a professional black production company and quality black actors. We have applied for grants, but so far we have not received anything. Without support from the black grassroots and the global African family, I am unable to do my job. I will continue to use my show every Sunday to raise funds for our film project until we reach our goal. I'm calling on all of my Christian group members in Night of the World Inspirational Group and Christian Spoken Word Network to pray that God would connect me with people who have the means to support our film project in Jesus, Yahshua's name. Pray that my revised book would get on the bestsellers list in Jesus, Yahshua's name. Pray that the Spirit of God would allow our Christian business to make a real impact and meet the need of our young black youth in Chicago. In Jesus, Yahshua's name. I'm asking all of my Christian friends to step up and work with me in getting our film project fully funded and made this year. In Jesus, Yahshua's name. If it was up to me, this Christian business would have been up and running years ago, but truth be told, many black people do not want a solution. So, if so, then Black America would have embraced my vision and my revised book would be on the bestsellers list by now. If you got any value from our content, then please consider supporting our film project in 3 ways. They are as follows. 1, through our virtual store. We provide merchandise such as COVID masks, coffee mugs, posters, handbags, and t-shirts. All proceeds will go towards our film project. 2, through our PayPal page. Ghettos Chicago, the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago, is a faith-based community advocacy organization. Our mission is to eradicate urban violence in Chicago through art, culture, commerce, and spiritual development. Donations can be used as a tax write-off for U.S. citizens because this is a legitimate 501c3 nonprofit organization. 3, you can also support our film project by purchasing my revised book, quote, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, 2nd edition, which is available on my Amazon author page. I provide each website on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. You can also find each website on my YouTube channel under About. If you are unable to participate on the show, no worries. When you have a moment, please watch my latest video podcast or listen to our audio podcast and leave a public comment in the comment section on my YouTube page and on my Facebook page about the topic. Please share my information with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Instructions on how to participate on the show. First, watch my video podcast. This is called Side A. After I finish my presentation, then I will open up the phone lines through Facebook Messenger. This is called Side B. You can interact with me in real time either by voice call by clicking on the phone icon or by video call by clicking on the camera icon. Our discussion for today is as follows. Who benefits from the chaos in Black America? The early release of former World Cop Jason Van Dyke. and the protests in Brazil against the killings of black people. Our first topic, who benefits from the chaos in Black America? As I mentioned in my revised book, the only people that benefit from the chaos in Black America are black politicians, gun dealers, drug dealers, liquor stores, funeral homes, and the prison pipeline industrial complex, just to name a few. Black America hate people like me who want to focus on solving the problems in our culture and in our community. This is why it's taken me 30 years to get my message out to the global African family, because it's very hard for me to connect with other like-minded black people in America. We are few in numbers. It's easier to play the blame game. The reality is black people are dying off in America. We're being killed by urban terrorists and also by road cops. That's what's happening. The reason why ADOS, which is American descendants of slavery, is attacking black immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean is because they are an easy target. Notice they are not attacking other immigrant groups in America. At the end of the day, ADOS has no say as to who can enter the United States of America. Again, as I mentioned in my revised book, this is crabs in the barrel mentality. It's a metaphor used to describe the mentality and behaviors of individuals belonging to a particular culture who hold each other back from various opportunities for advancement. I am embarrassed about how black Americans have been marching and protesting for the past 53 years, begging the financial elites for freedom, justice, and equality since the civil rights era. These are the same people who have caused all of our social problems in America. And so, with this organization that I present to the people that's online, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement, we want to encourage black people in the United States to get off of that hamster wheel. So we have a counter message to offer. What motivates ADOS to attack black immigrants? ADOS think if they separate themselves from black immigrants in America, that would make them more favorable to the financial elites, and they would grant them reparations. And in other words, we have black people who only care about what the financial elites can give them rather than unifying with other black people to build up our community and build an alliance with the global African family. In contrast, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement has laid out our vision and plan in my revised book, but it's not on the bestsellers list. Why? Because many blacks in America just don't care about the collective. They have become Americanized. Quote, I got mine, you get yours, unquote. GCAM is less about one individual. It's about connecting with other like-minded black people, African people, and others who are serious about building up our economic base, which is the black community. Black Americans have been taught to take abuse from the dominant society in order to be treated equal and get recognized from white America. Remember, John Lewis, good trouble. Rakai Chicago will educate our members and encourage them to reconsider leaving American urban war zones and relocate to our properties in Africa and in the Caribbean. We will practice group economics in order to get our paper up. Then we can do all the things which I've written and have been talking about for the past 30 years. Our first priority is self-preservation. The sad thing is many black immigrants who come to America end up abandoning their culture and their children who watch Black American culture and the media end up imitating the culture. This is why getting our film fully funded and made will offer a counter view of the stereotype of Black culture by mainstream media. If ADOS was legitimate, then they would embrace their African roots. The reparation movement ADOS was talking about was based on American slavery. European colonized and enslaved our ancestors. They owe us a blood debt. Our struggle has been co-opted by such groups as Black Lives Matter. The CEO raised $90 million, but none of that money went to local chapters. They got all that money. And I talk about that. You can find more information about that under on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. ADOS want a check, but at the same time they don't want to be Africans. Our Black politicians are in the pockets of the financial elites. They are out of touch with the Black community. They are Democrat first and only care about getting the bag for themselves and their families. It's foolish for Black people to continue voting for a political party we helped get into office only for them to turn around and give resources, executive orders, and Pacific hate crime bills to other groups, but nothing for Black people, who is supposed to be the base of that party. On the other hand, there are so many Black people who don't want to improve, reject education, and don't want to build anything. Again, this is why it's taking me so doggone long to get this organization popping in Chicago. Because those among us who are fully Willie Lynch and full of self-hatred don't want anything better for themselves, nor anything, nor do they think that we deserve anything either. The Cairo Chicago is about building a better life for ourselves, our children, and the community. Ricam will take the lead in improving our community if given a chance. If we get our support from the Black grassroots, the global Black African family, and others who want to be a part of this new 21st century organization, then we can go ahead and move from behind this computer. But this is the only reason why I'm here. But I want to make sure that I use my time effectively and use this technology wisely to spread my information and trying to raise capital, like I say, for this film project, so that way people can take our cause serious. Black America does not have an infrastructure in place to create employment for our youth. This is why our youth is getting caught up in the system, because they want fast money and a fast lifestyle. I used to talk about this years ago when I did street ministry. I looked at black people like Maynard Jackson, who had a vision for Atlanta, and he was able to turn around that city. It's my hope that our film project would be a hit, just like Black Panther, and that we can turn Chicago around, as well as turn around Africa, the Caribbean, and Brazil. Please tell us your thoughts about this topic. Leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. Most of all, share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Our second topic, early release of former road cop Jason Van Dyke. Jason Van Dyke, early released from prison, only served half of his sentence for killing Laquan McDonald. 6 years after Laquan McDonald was shot 16 times by former road cop Jason Van Dyke in his back as he was walking away. McDonald's family and local activists are still seeking accountability for McDonald's murder, and the family is seeking federal charges. Jason Van Dyke was released from state prison three years earlier due to good behavior. He was convicted in 2018 for second-degree murder and 16 counts of aggravated battery, one for each bullet he fired at McDonald. Judge Vincent Gans sentenced the former police officer to 81 months in prison. A year after the shooting, the video was released after a court order. The video showed McDonald walking in the middle of the street carrying a knife when Jason Van Dyke pulled up and fired 16 times at McDonald. Justice have not been served from the get-go. Black people keep asking for justice because the financial elites control the system. We don't. Black people have to understand the type of system we are living under. All they have to do is read my revised book to better understand what's going on and the system that we live under. Another high-profile case of a road cop killing a young unarmed black man. Ex-cop Kim Potter sentenced to only 2 years for killing Deontay Wright. On April 11, 2021, Deontay Wright, a 20-year-old black man, was fatally shot by road cop Kimberly Potter during a traffic stop and attempted arrest for an outstanding warrant in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. After a brief struggle with officers, Potter shot Wright in the chest once at close range. He then drove off a short distance, but his vehicle collided with another and hit a concrete barrier. Potter said she meant to use her taser just before shooting her gun. The shooting sparked protests in Brooklyn Center and renewed ongoing demonstration against police shootings in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area, leading to citywide and regional curfews. Demonstrations took place over several days and spread to cities across the United States. 2 days after the incident, Potter and Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gagnon resigned from their positions. Potter was convicted of first-degree manslaughter and second-degree manslaughter on December 23, 2021, at a jury trial. On February 18, 2022, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison with credit for time served. The event led to several police reforms in Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis. Judge Regina Chu faced criticism for becoming visually emotional and requesting empathy for the convicted Kimberly Potter. What about the victim's family? Where is the empathy for them? In contrast, Wanzella from the African Diaspora News Channel reported on a soccer player, Kurt, can't pronounce that last name, but I do the best I can. It's spelled Zouma, getting fired 2 weeks' salary by his team. He lost his sponsorship deal with Adidas and may be sentenced to jail in France for a video showing him kicking his cat. And now you see how, that's how these financial elites roll. And this is what black people have to understand. Yes, they can abuse animals. They come to, the Europeans go to different places in Africa, let's say Kenya or South Africa, to, hunt animals for sport. Now that's wrong. But yet, this football player, I know that's wrong about, animal abuse and everything, but I don't think the guy should have to go to jail. He could be at least sentenced a fine, you know. But that's just how it is. A lot of these financial elites, they put animals over, I would say, black people's what we go through in terms of, like these killings by rogue cops. They get just like a little slap on the wrist. And that's not cool. But again, black people and African people, we need to work together. Otherwise, these other groups are going to continually just have their way with us, just treat us, like fourth and fifth class citizens. And that's not cool. But the reason why all of this mess is happening because we don't, as black people, know how to really work together. And so I want to open up myself and reach out to other like-minded black people. First of all, in the United States, and for my international friends from around the world. But it starts right here at home, and for me, that is Chicago. That's why it's so important to me to get this organization popping here first. So that way, people don't just have to see this organization just trying to be like other organizations. They just talk a lot of, feel good stuff and it being all emotional. But in this organization, we want to put our ideas into action, starting at the grassroots level. Please tell us your thoughts about the topic. Leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. Most of all, share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Our third topic, the protests in Brazil against the killing of black people. I came across a YouTube video from the African Diaspora News Channel that reported on the protests in Brazil after a Congolese refugee was killed by his employers. And he was killed because he was just asking for, his paycheck. He worked hard and stuff for it. And they have it on video. And so I encourage my listeners to, pull up my Medium transcript. And then, you scroll down to where it says show and prove, and, you can look at those video clips that I provide. Because, again, I want to let people know that I back up. I come with receipts, so I'm not just sitting up here, just talking. But I just want our people to understand, what's going on out here and and why it's important that we get this film project, fully funded and made, so that way the proceeds from the film will put me in a better position financially so I can do all those things that I keep talking about. For some people, that's in our racial group, I have a whole lot of haters. And so they prefer that this vision does not manifest. And it's not hurting me, it's hurting our children. Because I want this organization to be passed down to our next generation. I'm trying to build something. I'm not just on here, just to be online for attention. Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos is it's not popular. These are, like I say, these are controversial issues, but somebody has to do it. I don't like being overlooked and all that stuff. I want this thing to be a successful business. And I'm just doing the best that I can. So I'm trying to use this technology wisely. I'm using my online talk show to promote my film project, to promote my revised book, to promote our virtual store. All those things. Trying to do something so we can move this thing to the next level. And most of all, I'm reaching out to my group members that's claiming to be part of the grassroots community activist movement. I can't do everything. It takes a team to make a dream work. So, with that being said, I would open up the phone lines, but like I say, I'll wait around for 15 minutes. If I don't have any callers, hey, at least I tried. But still, I encourage my group members and my listeners to please leave comments in the comment section on my YouTube channel or YouTube page, and also leave a comment on my Facebook page about the topic, and share this information. Please share it so that way that's going to help get the ball rolling. Thank you. Peace and blessings. And that's going to conclude this show for today. Like I say, if I'm going to wait around for about 15 minutes, if I don't have any callers by then it's still not a done deal. Again, you can still leave your comments, so that way people can see that the ball is rolling, that this thing is starting to take off slowly but surely. And our goal is to eventually move my online talk show from just on Facebook to YouTube Live. But I want to make sure that I have my contributors in place. So if you want to be a contributor to the grassroots community activist movement, then hit me up. Send me a message through my Facebook inbox, so you can come on here. But again, I want us to talk about these issues, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines. We're gonna do the Q&A, but it would be like through chat. But hopefully, I could be able to send like a link where people can click on that link and they can come on the show and voice their opinions and all that good stuff. This is where I'm at right now. This is what I have to do until we get this film project fully funded and made. Then you're going to actually see me in person, as well as my staff, because we're going to make our presence known in Chicago, as well as, like I say, on the African continent. And Gurkam is going to be a great business. We're going to turn Gurkam into Gurkai. That's the whole purpose of all of this. Gurkam is cool. It started online, but we want to move from behind the computer. We're not trying to cower behind the computer. But also, look, we under COVID-19, so, I have to, we have to play it safe, so to speak. Because COVID is real, a lot of people are expiring. So, and this is a rough time to try to do a film, but hey, we can't live under a rock, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to, follow the CDC protocols and stuff like that to keep it safe. But we refuse to hide behind a computer. And again, this is a 21st century organization to help solve Black issues, solve African issues, solve Caribbean issues, solve Brazilian issues. I'm ready for this. I've been ready. I'm 30 years behind schedule, but again, it's better late than never. With that being said, phone lines are now open.